All right, so good morning, everyone. In the next few minutes, I'm going to transform your leadership from your head to your heart. My name is Amit Saraf. I'm a leading business leadership coach, and today it is going to be a transformative day for you and your leadership. And how did it start? It started with few years back. I met a man who was not having a fancy suit, even did not have a title, nor he was having lots of money. Instead, he was a tea seller in front of a big corporate office. And people from different zones, different titles, maybe CEOs, directors, managers, senior managers, they used to come down and talk to him. It was such an amazing and surprising thing that how could all these big titles coming to a shopkeeper and talking and sharing their heart out. Sometimes they used to come for sharing their comfort, sometimes their clarity, and sometimes for courage. I was amazed. How is this person doing it? I went to him and I asked, Bhaiya, what makes you do this and why? The answer he gave me was a change of my experience and my view on leadership. And he said, भैया हर कोई सुनने के लायक है, बस सुन लो. Everyone deserves to be heard, just listen. And oh my God, this was such an amazing and deep penetrating thought which made my leadership get a revolution. And I found out that leadership is nothing to do with your title. It has everything to do how you make the other person feel. And exactly this is the reason why I'm standing here to give you this framework and make you understand how your one thought on leadership and the transformation or the shift of your mindset from your head to your heart can lead an amazing team and give you results. So are you guys excited for it? Yes? All right. So before we move on and understand how this is being done, let's first understand what are the problems we are facing today. If you look at today's world, have we developed with science? Have we got technology? In a click of button, we can get food, car, and we can send emails. But if you look at company level, there are so many problems we are getting. And the survey says 85% of the employees are not engaged at work. Have you asked some of the employees how is their work going? And they end up saying, बस चल रहा है, दूसरी नौकरी ढूंढ रहे हैं. Why is that? It is because there is a gap in leadership. And the survey also says that the burnout is rising. Look at the faces of these people on the screen. Do they look healthy, happy, or bored and tired? This is the problem, rising problem, which arises because of leadership. And just not that, one of the most profound problem which we have seen is the innovation is slowing down. Although we are moving with fast pace, but innovation is slowing down in many of the companies. And if I ask you this, what is the problem today? Is it the economy? Is it the Gen Z? Is it the fast track innovations we are having? My dear friends, if you thought the above, you are absolutely wrong. The main problem of all these problems is we do not have a lack of managers. We have a lack of human leaders. And this is the reason why we are not operating to our utmost level where we should have operated. And if I share you how does this evolution of leadership has come. If you go to little past, before 30, 40 years, if you go to 1950s, 1970s, you would have seen the corporates, they work on few principles. They say, do as I say. This is the only way we have been doing. And they use the powerful element or the technique to make the things done is fear. And they always believe that hierarchy has to be maintained. Now, if you look at present time, things are changing. And today, if you look at some amazing leaders, if I name one, Steve Jobs. He is just not a visionary, but he has made ensure that people and his team members are equally dreaming big. If you talk about Satya Nadella, he has just not changed the company of Microsoft, but he has brought the amazing change in the whole company's culture. And how these people, these leaders are working, and what is the formula? They have shifted from commanding to connecting. And how are they doing it? They are leading with heart, not hierarchy. They are inspiring, not imposing. They believe in growth rather than control. They listen, align, and empower. And they believe in mantras of how they can go with energy, empathy, and evolution. So if today we have shifted from our brain to our heart, the game of leadership changes. And if I share with you, it has been around 15 years working with corporates, CEOs, business owners, and what I have seen, past few months, there was one mid-level manager who came to me, and before even he asked me anything, he started complaining. And he said, you know what, sir, I'm totally frustrated. I don't want to go to my office. All the employees are not working. HR, they're not even ready to start. I think I'm a wrong fit or I have got wrong people onboarded. And I just heard him and I asked him, instead of giving him solution, I had just one simple question. I said, hey, what do you do to lead, not manage? And this was the first step of his breakthrough. We did not work on sales. We did not go to the KPIs, KRAs, neither we went to the sales. For the next 3 months, we worked on few parameters, that is mindset, his listening skills, and how he can just have proper communications with empathy with the team members. And you know what? Surprisingly, he came up after a few months and said, sir, things have changed. My team is just not working, but they are so motivated and driven. And sir, the results have gone high, and I think it was not a wrong team, but my wrong leadership and my mindset which was disturbing my company's growth. So thank you so much for it. And this was the condition after having the work on his leadership. Isn't this interesting? Yes. So your growth, success doesn't depend on who you are, but what kind of leadership you have. And working with these companies so long, I have got an amazing framework for you all, which is going to just be a no-brainer framework. If you implement that, you are the next leader with the best team, leading with a lot of results. Would you be excited and interested to know? Yes? All right. So I have got a framework. As I say, leadership is not from here, but from your heart. So my framework name is HEART, that is heart. So what does this heart stands for? The first H stands for humanity. When you have your team members, before you ask them, hey, what's the sales? What are your KRIs? What are your KPIs? You just ask them. They are humans. And they are not made of the sheets, but they are made of stories, families, and emotions. So before you start anything, just ask them, how are you really? It's just not a question to be asked. It is a question to connect and understand the other person. So the very first is H. Next we go with E. The E stands for empathy. Now, when some team members come to you and share their problems, or they shared that they have got some issues, you know what most of the leaders do? They all listen so that they can have an answer. And this is the place they make a havoc. Instead, be empathetic. Don't go to the conclusions. Just listen. Don't have any assumptions. Just listen. Remember, I said you the story of T. Seller? Exactly what he did was, he heard the people coming in, and that made people connect with him. So be empathetic, listen, and ask them a golden question. What support do you need from me today? And this will change their dimensions and they will connect with you. Next comes your A, which is accountability. Standing here as a leader, it's very easy to point fingers on someone and say, it's your mistake. But as a leader, it takes a lot of difference when you say, what I could have done better. What things I could have done differently. And you know what? With this one thought change, your team changes their perspective towards you. Because your team doesn't listen what you say, they do what they see. So you are the man, you are the person who's going to walk the talk and bring the difference they are looking for. And next, your R stands for resilience. Do you believe and agree that anything we start, we are sure to get some setbacks? We are sure to get a downfall, and we may fail. A true leader and a leader with heart comes up, bounces back, and just not bounces back, he bounces forward. And this is what called as resilience. When you have resilience, your team doesn't crumble, they soar. So this resilience is going to help you make your team more stronger and more powerful. And what is the last T stands for? I think this is the most important part, that is the name of this whole framework lies on, and that is T stands for trust. What is this trust all about? When members come to you, you want your members to be trusting you, but everything starts with you. So trust your members. And how do you ensure that they trust you back? It's not giving them promotions, it's not giving them stipends, it's just having few things. Keep your promises, be honest, and walk the talk. Like this, just implementing these 5 steps, you are going to have HEART, and your leadership is going to get transformed. Isn't this interesting and simple? Yes. And I want you to close your eyes for 10 seconds and think of someone who did not give you a stipend, a pay, or a position, or a promotion, but he or she made you feel heard, they made you feel seen, and they got connected with you. Have you got someone? Yes. And how does it happen? Because they all use the framework which we discussed, that is HEART, right? And if I say this is just not being personal, if you go to the professional world in business, you know what the survey says? This leadership has an amazing impact on the business. And the survey says 25 to 30% of the profit has gone higher. And working with so many business leaders, CEOs, managers, mid-level managers, I have got the review from them, which is kind of a survey we have done, and it says the revenue has got a 40% boost. And you know what makes most difference to a company when they onboard some employees? The most painful thing is when they learn everything and they leave the company. It's a huge loss. And this leadership shows that they have amazing, stronger retention. And this becomes the game changer for every business going forward. So my dear friends, just one thing, move your leadership from your head to your heart, and this would take your business, your personal life to the next level. So I'm here to give you a logic, and you are here to do the magic. So I would leave by a final thought: leadership is a choice, not a title. So I leave up to you how you are going to use this and bring a difference in this world. So thank you so much. Let's go out and make a difference together. Signing off, Amit Saraf, a leading business leadership coach. Thank you so much. Have a great day.